What's up, guys? I'm LQ. This is the LQ Review. Thank you so much for joining me right here at my YouTube channel. This is where we talk about all the geeky, nerdy stuff that we love to talk about. Movies, video games, comic books, TV shows, and right now, I'm going to give you guys my thoughts on a new Disney Plus short film called Myth, A Frozen Tale. And yes, this does take place in the world of Frozen. You know, Anna, Elsa, Kristoff, Sven, Let It Go. That world. If you have any girls in your family, you know all about it. I do. I've got a little girl who adores Frozen. So I have to watch all of it multiple times, all the time. and this story Myth, it really does a couple things. Number one, it is short. It is short, just a few minutes long. It's like 11 minutes, but there's like a 3-minute introduction, and then the credits are a couple minutes long. So there's really not a lot of meat on these bones. But what it does tell you, what it does show is pretty, substantial as far as supporting some stuff we've already seen. So, first of all, they did take inspiration from Fantasia, and they said that as much in the introduction, that this was an inspiration, something that was inspired by Fantasia, and it was a musical. It was a kind of a musical section of storytelling that didn't have a lot of dialogue. It was a story told through music and through picture. And the story that they were telling us was kind of the background of the four elements. And we didn't see Anna in this. We didn't see Elsa in this. We didn't see any characters that we know. This had a mother who lives in Norway, in Arendelle, a mother who lives in Arendelle telling her kids the story of the four elements. And we see some very familiar imagery, but it supports a lot of stuff that happened in Frozen 2, gives some context to some stuff that happened in Frozen 2, but again, we don't necessarily see any of the characters that we know. So little girls who watch this may be disappointed that they don't get those characters that they know, even though it's called A Frozen Tale. But what they do get is some familiar imagery and some context to stuff that's already happened. It adds context to stuff that's already happened. Like I said, there's not much to this. It almost feels like one of those Disney Plus add-ons where they're like, well, we got to release some new stuff, so let's just put this out there. But that doesn't mean that the music wasn't great, that the animation wasn't beautiful, because all those things were. It just felt almost like a special feature. It felt like it could have been a special feature on the Frozen 2 Blu-ray. So, it doesn't mean you shouldn't watch it. It just means that don't get your hopes up for some sort of groundbreaking new Frozen film, because that's not what this is. I would even call that short film that they put out late last year, Once Upon a Snowman. That is more connected to the Frozen that kids are going to be more interested in than this is. Because this is very much removed from the main characters, and it's just adding context to story that we were introduced to in Frozen 2. So, it was enjoyable enough. It's one of those things that I'm never going to click on to watch unless my daughter says, hey, let's watch that again. Then I'll be like, all right, we got 3 minutes. Click. So did you watch Myth, A Frozen Tale? Did you enjoy it? Let me know in the comments down below. While you're down there, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I put out a lot of content, and I want to make sure you're up to date with everything that I'm doing. And as always, thank you so much for joining me right here at the LQ Review, where we get to talk about all the geeky, nerdy stuff that we love to talk about. And until next time, we'll see you guys later.